What is up, y'all? My name is Sierra Crypto, otherwise known as Nick, and we are live right now. I don't know. I think Wes is having some kind of technical issues right now. We are trying to get it all straight for you guys, so we apologize. We promise very, very soon we're going to be able to fix all these little stupid bugs that we've been having recently and get through it. But in the meantime, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is the channel where we talk about NFTs. Yes, we're still talking about NFTs. We talk about Bitcoin. We talk about ETH. We talk about altcoins. We talk about trading, pretty much everything for the beginner and for you advanced OGs in the space. Got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I'm not going to waste too much time with the intro because I'm not very good at it. Wes is the one who handles that. So Holmes is in the chat. I see GMB is in the chat. Let's get into it here, shall we? Let's just go like this. Let's see what's going on in the crypto world. You guys, first of all, do not freaking panic, okay? The name of the game right now is not to panic. Do not buy into this FUD. I don't care if we even get another dip. Do not buy into the BS. We are going much higher. Okay, I'm going to start the show off that way. Let's just start it off that way because I see sentiment is already getting negative again. This is exactly what they're doing, and don't fall for it. Real quick, I'm not going to go over it too much. I don't want to overshill my own thing because that's not cool. But at the same time, I had a very huge success with the band. We sold our first NFTs, first time ever selling my music NFTs. Well, this quick. I've used this platform before, but shout out to stuff.io. Amazing freaking team. So proud. We minted 100 NFTs and we sold over 48 in the first 7 hours, y'all. In 7 hours, we sold almost half of them. I think we're over halfway gone now. It's not even the second day yet. I guess it's, yeah, technically it'll be the second day in a few hours. But they're already almost halfway gone. And if you did the math on that as a musician, in order to make the same amount of money that we made in 7 hours, you would literally have to stream 36,000 streams, okay? And you guys have seen me. I'm not as pretty as Taylor Swift, so I don't know how we would do 36,000 streams. I don't know how we would get that kind of popularity. For bands starting up, for musicians just starting up, this is a phenomenal product. I had one guy giving a little backlash on Facebook. I had to very politely scold him, and I think I did a good job. But yeah, he was saying, "Oh, NFTs are a scam. NFTs are a scam." First of all, anyone that says NFTs are a scam needs to understand that NFTs are not cartoon pictures of monkeys. Okay, NFT is a technology, and it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Okay, you've been using NFT technology for a long time. If you bought tickets online, if you've gone to a concert and you had to buy Ticketmaster tickets back in the day, technically that was a form of an NFT, which is a non-fungible token. So do a little research before you come at your boy, because I had to tear him up. I had to educate him a little nicely. But yeah, don't get the technology confused with if you got ripped off and spent money on cartoon pictures, okay? We've all been there. We've all spent money on cartoon pictures and lost money. That's not what this is. What this is a creator portal for you to, if you're a writer, if you're an artist, if you're a musician, okay, you can mint your NFT. This company does it for you. Basically, you just upload your stuff and it's that easy. I mean, it takes a couple days. They say it takes weeks. It does not take weeks. It takes a couple days at most. And that's because they want to do it right. And they have someone that emails you back and says, "Hey, does this look good?" They send you 2 double checks before they mint. They say, "Hey, read everything. Make sure this is good before it goes on the blockchain." But what an incredible team over at stuff.io, you guys. I just have to sing their praises for a minute. This is what it looks like. You go onto the portal, and they're going to be having video soon. They have music right now, all kinds of stuff. But you can listen to a preview of the track right here. You can listen to it, and then you can buy it. But this is it. This is our my band's NFT, Area 51, and they're already almost halfway gone. So go over to stuff.io and get you one, man. There's only 100 of them. They're going to be very, very limited. And that's the name of the game for us. We are going to do limited NFTs. That's what just happens to work for us. You know, you don't have to do that. You can make as many NFTs as you want. You can raise the price if you want. Us personally, I decided to go with the cheapest amount and with the fewest amount to make it affordable and to make it accessible and to make it collectible, because I'm a collector. So I wanted to incorporate that into my art. So that's what we've done. And what a great feeling it was to do that on the first day, guys. I'm not bragging. I'm very, very excited. And what a hell of a product, because this is what crypto needs. This is what musicians need. Forget crypto. Okay. Musicians need an avenue to sell their music that they don't have to go through the business as much. It's very tough. But if you're a writer, if you're an artist, okay, you need to check this thing out. And you better get on it fast, because if this thing takes off, I mean, I'm telling you what, audiobooks, they do books, audiobooks, music, you know, I'm sure they do just straight art. If you're an artist, you know, paintings, pictures, I think, don't mark my words on that, but check it out, man. Stuff.io. They are going to be doing videos soon, and we will be releasing our first music video as an NFT. So stay tuned for that. But please go over there on X and follow these guys and check them out, because they have just been absolutely phenomenal, and I am very thrilled with everything they've done. By the way, that's on the Cardano blockchain. Yes, I know. Sierra talking about Cardano. Never thought you would see that happen, but it happened. Okay, get over it. So let's check some price action. Be nice if Wes would join us. But he's trying, y'all. I think he's having some serious internet issues over there. Is what's going on in his new place. We're getting it sorted. We will have it fixed. But let's check this out. So I'm going to go to good old Reliable here. Let's check out our total global, because this is this is my main argument for why we're not over with. Sorry for that being so bright, guys. I need Google to go on dark mode. Just burn your eyeballs. So this is what I'm looking at, y'all. Everyone's looking at this, right? Everyone's looking at, oh my God, we were at 125. Now we're down to 120, and we almost went to 119. Everyone's looking at price. Okay. Look at volume, 24-hour trading volume. Look at this. Okay. This looks great, first of all. But total global market cap, oh, good old Reliable, which is every single dollar in the crypto market. Where is it? Is it going in? Is it staying in? Is this the top? Is everyone going to exit? Okay. This is the max chart. Okay. So back here, every dollar in crypto was, wow, 151 billion. And now, you know, you're at what, 4 trillion, 4.2 trillion. So yeah, if you take it in perspective from 2017 till now, I mean, come on, this is a clear uptrend. Anyone that says this is not an uptrend is just, you need to pick a different hobby. But let's look at the 3-month. Okay. Look at all this accumulation. This is since July. Okay. This is sideways accumulation, not going down. Okay. There's no downtrend here. So this low right here is at 3.6. You know, right here, let's take the lowest low here would be right here, which would be around 3.8. Then the lowest low here is 3.816. And now look where we are. Okay, guys, even if we fell, even if total global falls, you got 3 points of contact below us directly, which would be right here at 4.2. You got another one here, 4.17, which is almost 4.2. And you got this one here, 4.256. We've already technically fallen slightly below this level, okay? But there's only 1 point of contact there, so that doesn't surprise me. This is where I'm looking for a bounce around here, and we're kind of getting it right now, 4.2. We're above 4.2 right now. So these 2 points and this point are technically holding us up. The next level I'm looking at below that is 4.123, which is a little bit of protection, okay? A little bit of protection there. But look at this. You got these points here. Don't forget about these. 4.1 right here. 4.139. Okay. 4.118. So you've got all these other different levels. Okay. So let's not panic yet. Let's take it like Wes taught me this trick. Take it one level at a time. Stop looking at everything way below you and way above you. Take it one level at a time, and it'll calm your nerves a little bit. So I've been not watching it like a hawk, but I've been keeping an eye on this number all day long for you guys, because I knew tonight was going to be an important stream. This right here, 4.247. Okay, I'll even refresh it. Let's refresh it. So, oh no, wait a minute. I'm just kidding. 4.247, y'all. Okay, so you say, well, it's a downtrend. Okay, first of all, this is so you should get excited about that, because that means that you are consolidating, and that's what a bull flag really is, right? You have a huge price cool off, and then you continue the uptrend. That's what a normal, healthy move is. So when you look at the market cap here, it looks scary because it's red and it's going down. But then, like I said, when you click on it and you look, this is the max chart. Let's go to the 24-hour chart. 24-hour chart is basically what you were just seeing, but in a miniature version. So this looks scary. It looks terrible, right? Oh my God. But it's really not, because you could see we bounced at 4.175. Let's zoom out and go back to the 3-month. That's this level, y'all. 4.175. That's right about here. It's exactly here. This point right here that we were just talking about, where we've got some support. Okay. So let's not jump the gun, you know. And then what I like to do for reference, let's say 4.123, the most points of contact, if you had to draw a line across here, would be technically probably right around this area here, which is right at 4 trillion. Okay, so let's just call it a cool 4 trillion. You were there on August 10th. You were there on July 22nd. You were there on July 27th. You were there on, August 22nd. So what you could do is take all of these dates where you were at 4 trillion, add them all together, and then divide them by that number to find out your average. Okay, then you could find out what your average price is at that market cap. I know some of this may be confusing, but to the more advanced guys, this is who I'm talking to right now. If you find, this is a trick that I like to do. So I'll pick the average date between all those. Let's just pick, that's slightly above. Let's go to a $4 trillion date. Okay, let's just pick this date, August 10th, because I'm not going to go through all the to create the average, but let's just say August 10th, right? Excuse me. Let's go see what the price of Bitcoin was on August 10th. I've been doing this for years. It calms my nerves down a little bit to see August 10th. Let's see where the price was on Bitcoin. Okay. So where were we at? July, August 10th is right here. Boom. Okay. So that is $100, guys. So again, I said on X that 117 was the level to watch. My law of averages is saying 118 is a potential for around the 4 trillion, but we're not at 4 trillion. We're at 4.2. So where are we sitting? We're at we're at $121,000. You guys, this is perfectly normal price action. There is nothing to panic over right now. This is Bitcoin just being Bitcoin. Okay. I don't see any fear at all whatsoever. I'm sorry. I was waiting to get the drop to 117 to go long, and I decided, you know what? Screw it. I'm keeping my long open. I'm not closing my longs. I'm going to leave them. Now, it could be the wrong choice. We could get a drop to 117, 118. Do I want to play around with the $3,000 move in the chance that we may or may not get it filled right now? No, I'm not doing that, but I would not say that would be stupid to do. It would actually be a really smart move. Wes was talking to me about that today. Opening up a limit order, okay, and being patient. Let the trade come to you. That's why Wes is a better trader than me. I don't have the patience. I just want to get into the trade when I'm ready, and I'm ready to get in the trade. I don't care if it's down a little bit. I'm using I'm using less leverage. So now, I'm not doing 65x leverage and 45x leverage and all that crap anymore. I'm done with that. So I'm responsible. My liquidation price is very, very low. So I'm not worried about getting liquidated or getting my trade stomped out. And I'm not trading with more than 1 to 3% of my total portfolio. So I'm following 2 hardcore trader rules. And as long as you follow those 2 rules, you can never blow up your account. Okay. So if you're not that great of a trader, at least follow those 2 rules. Never risk more than 1 to 3% of your total portfolio per trade. Okay. Because then you could sit there and trades all day and you won't blow up your account. You won't go to zero. The second one is actually don't use too much leverage. That's the new second rule. Most important. So Bitcoin looking like Bitcoin, man. Nothing scary here. I actually don't mind this cushion between 117 and 121. I think this is a perfectly normal range. I think if you're sidelined waiting for that fall to 117, 118, good luck. You may get it. You may not. Especially with current news going on, the hostages being released is good news. There's good world peace news. I don't know if it'll last, but that's important on the world stage because the financial markets kind of freak out over that sometimes. We haven't had confirmation over that yet, but we'll see around 4,300 all day, just kind of going sideways. If you're looking for a buy on the 24-hour, the biggest drops right now would probably be Solana, down 3%. Let's just scroll through. Hype was at 45 earlier. That's a $44 hype right now. So if you have not jumped on hype, what a beautiful opportunity that would be. Down almost 5%. So that's a beautiful opportunity. It's number 21, climbing the ranks fast. And my little Pudgy, man. Let's see where Pudgy's at. Aave. Let's look at Aave. Aave's still a great coin, in my opinion. Also down about 4%. Aptos is a trade I've still not entered yet, but I'm going to. I'm watching Aptos. I think it will pump. Aster, you guys have been all about this thing. I still don't know enough about it yet. And there it is. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, BlackRock. They are showing up on CoinGecko. So you're on the right track. If you're in crypto, you now see it's not a scam because I don't think, well, I'm not saying that. But let's just say, BlackRock's involved. There's going to be money. WorldCoin, stay the hell away from that. PayPal's on here. You're starting to see Web 2 names, guys, in the crypto space. It's coming, man. This train is rolling. I forgot what I was going to. Oh, yeah, Pudgy. Down at number 78, quietly climbing the ranks. Down 7%. This is a great little entry. The price just will not fall below 3 cents. I was hoping it would. It just wouldn't. So I scooped a little bit, tiny bit more today at around 3 cents because I'm not going to get greedy. But I am actually going to pull this up because this is one of my biggest believers for this bull run. I think that this thing is going to go absolutely ballistic. I did get the airdrop for this. Look at this price action. Typical bowl and handle. Beautiful bowl and handle. If you're getting in right here, yeah, okay, you missed this, right? I bought Dogecoin at 0.00, which was around here, right? And I think I sold it when it got up here. And then 6 months later, it went way up off the chart and I would have had 60 grand. But I got 60 bucks instead of 60 grand because I sold much longer than I held my Doge. And I think that this has the potential to be the next closest thing to Dogecoin, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm very bullish on it. I like the project. I like what they're doing. I like the people that are involved. I like the holders. And I trust a lot of the people that are holders of the NFTs as well. So, yeah, look at this price action. If you missed this, it's okay. You got a cup and handle forming, bull pattern, target breakout, probably around 7, 8, 9, 10 cents after this, after this handle completes. So you're definitely looking at an 8-cent pudgy penguin on the minimum when Bitcoin decides to move again. Some people are saying that's it. Top is in. This is over. I'm not in that camp. I'm not buying it. I'm going to get to some chat here in a second. But yeah, in my humble opinion, pudgy is the one. And if you're getting it right here and you're waiting for it to get back down to 2 cents, get in line, because I'm waiting for that too. But if it doesn't, you better scoop some at 3, because it's not a bad entry. You had a lot of trading down here. You had some trading up here. So, I mean, you could get a move. If we have a severe crash, you could get it between 2 pennies and 3 pennies, between 2 and 3 cents. But like I said, I wouldn't count on it. This looks like the market makers dropped it and then pumped it. So they don't want it to trade in this area yet. My best guess is this will be the trading area for the bear market for after the crash, possibly. Or you just may not ever get it at that price again. It may just have had too much momentum. It is still a meme coin, guys, but it's number 78, which means this thing has got plenty of room to run. So not going to overshill it, but I am a holder of it, and I do believe in it. Sui did not give me an airdrop, so them. We're not going to cover them. Because of that, I spent hours creating NFTs on that blockchain, and they didn't even let me keep my NFTs. So yeah. But if you hold Sui and you make some money, I'm happy for you. Arbitrum sitting at number 69. Nice. 41 cents, down 3.5%. VeChain 10 years later is still at 2 cents. Glad I dodged that bullet. SayChain, the little chain that could, 28 cents. I may go back and look at SayChain. Scale, I need to get back with Scale because our boy Andrew Saunders is over there on Scale still. He is bullish, so I need to go back and look at Scale. But you guys, this is like Wes said, there's tons of altcoins still at all-time lows right now. Not all-time lows, but still at killer deals. I mean, Hyper's sitting at 43 now. I mean, 4.2. Let me refresh one more time. My best guess on price prediction before we get into the chat too much is going to be, like I said, 117, 118 for a drop. That's $3,000 move. That ain't nothing for crypto. Let's get in the chat, man. Let me see what you guys are talking about in here. Scam got my music. I heard you. Yeah, 2017 was wild days. Shilling tokens that were for 99% went to 0. If you don't believe me, look up ICO. Oh, I believe it. Oh, I believe it. 2017, I can only imagine how crazy that was. Yes. Yeah, the guy that was saying where's the scam, he was saying something on I was well behaved, y'all. I wasn't rude. I was very nice about it. And he wasn't being rude necessarily either. He was just pointing out the obvious that, hey, NFTs are a scam or whatever. And it's just in Bank of England calls for stronger stablecoin regulation. Excuse me. Gold chart. That's what I wanted to point here. Do they do gold? They do Paxos gold, right? Isn't that pinned to gold, GMB? Paxos? I believe it is. I believe it's even Pax Gold, Pax G. You can redeem it for actual. I thought it was Paxos. Maybe they changed the name to just Pax G. Yeah, I mean, because gold at 4,007, right? Let's check it. Let's check it. What is the price of gold right now? Let's ask our 4,007.50, y'all. Let's look at silver. Silver had a breakout for the first time in 6,000 years. Shout out to my gold and silver holders. 47.67 on the daily. Let's look at the max chart of silver. Holy shnikes, y'all. Okay, so back here it was 14 bucks in 2016. Now it's 47 bucks. Now, if you're holding silver, man, congratulations. I personally don't, but congratulations. Look at that. Look at that pump, man. That is crazy. Having a nice breakout, having a nice move. And this ties into what we were talking about, GMB. You know, typically Bitcoin follows these assets, you know. So you got silver pumping, you know. Let's pull up gold again so we can look at the gold chart proper on Google. So let's look at gold. 4,006. Let's look at the max chart. Look at this. You guys, these are hard assets, okay? Okay, so Altcoin Daily did a whole video, I think, on this. So go check them out too. They're pretty good with their videos. They stay right in the middle with their content. They're a good balanced channel. And they're huge, and you know, you can learn a lot from watching them. So I would check them out. But typically, you know, Bitcoin follows gold price action, and we'll just do question mark like we're asking Google, like, is it true? In one of the charts shared by Mickey Bull, gold's price action from the mid-70s to the 1980s is overlaid with Bitcoin's multi-year trajectory. This gold price chart shows a consolidation phase followed by a powerful breakout in the 1970s. According to Mickey Bull, Bitcoin structure follows this trend almost perfectly, but they don't. Okay, correlation chart. I don't know what this new hedge is, but we'll 30-day rolling correlation between Bitcoin and gold. Yeah, I'd say it follows it pretty well. Not too bad. I mean, come on. Okay, so this is Bitcoin's price down here in the white, and gold is up here. So you can see right around here, you know, gold starts taking off right here, and Bitcoin's kind of consolidating still, while gold is just taking off right here, right? And then, so it's here's Bitcoin consolidating, which is what we're doing right now. We're consolidating, gold is pumping. So if you look at that, let's zoom in on this part right here, because this is where I think we're headed right here, guys. This is where we're at in the cycle too, I believe. Possibly here. I believe we're possibly looking at something like this. So, okay, so gold, let's just say it's here. Let's say gold's here right now because it looks kind of like this. And you're like, well, why is Bitcoin still, you know, going sideways? Just hold the hell on a little bit longer, and look what happens, man. Look what happens to the Bitcoin price. You know, you're talking about when it hit the all-time highs. Bitcoin was at $11,000, and this is in 2020. I was in Bitcoin at this point. I was in Ethereum at this point as well. So right here, you know, if you would have gotten out of Bitcoin because you said, well, I'm going to go into gold, you know, because gold's pumping or silver's pumping, you would have missed this $11,000 run all the way up to freaking $63,000 in 2021. So in less than a year, and I really believe this is where we're at, y'all. I know people say it's going to be 2 or 3 months and then it's going to crash. I'm not in that camp. I think this run could possibly continue from anywhere from 3 months to now till a year. And I know that sounds freaking crazy, but I think it pumps higher for longer. Not extended cycle, not super cycle, just I think euphoric cycle once, a cool off, and then a continuation up until we see another bear market. I do think we see another bear market, and I do think we get another 2 or 3 year cool off. I'm just not in the camp that it happens right in December, January, and that's it. Like, I think that the tops are going to be spread out further, but we'll see. You know, we'll see. But this is amazing to see this. What a great catch. But congratulations to my gold and silver holders. I I would be wary. Anytime a chart looks like this, I don't care what the asset is. It's like, okay, you need a cool off. And it looks like that right now. You know, gold, Paxos Gold. So yeah, Paxos Gold GMB is pretty badass. They're backed bar for bar, bar for dollar. So they have the physical gold. They're inspected. They even went and got inspected by Gary Gensler, and Gary Gensler said, "No, I'm not giving you a license." Freaking ridiculous. You know, they tried to take it off the exchanges. This is the most trusted gold gold to crypto token that you can buy. And I don't know if they do silver as well, but very reputable company. They've been in the business a while. And from my opinion, if I was going to go this route, I don't hold any, but if I was going to go this route and I didn't want the physical gold, this would probably be what I would do, because it's asset-backed token, where one token represents one fine troy ounce of London good delivery gold bar. See, this is the key right here, guys, which means they will physically deliver the gold if you want to. You can put in a request for it. So yes, it's a crypto. You hold it in your wallet, but if you say, hey, I want my physical gold, it will give you per token one fine troy ounce of London good delivery gold bar, stored in a professional vault facilities. Anyone who owns Pax Gold has ownership rights to that gold under the custody of Paxos Trust Company. And since it represents physical gold, its value is tied directly to the real-time market value of that physical gold. So basically, this is a cryptocurrency NFT, if you will, of gold, real gold. So when people say, well, what is an NFT? Is it real? It's just as real as the gold. It's just not in your hand. But if you're buying a Bitcoin ETF, that is the same thing, guys. So, and all these boomer investors and all these old school investors trust ETFs with their life. There's a lot of money in ETFs. So, you know, that I think I'm returning back to that argument about the phrase NFTs being a scam, because it's just it's a very uneducated statement in itself. It doesn't make sense to say that. Cartoon JPEGs that have 5 million of them printed and for sale for $2 each. Those are technically a type of NFT, and those may be scams. But yeah, Dirt Donkey is in the house. I haven't seen you in a minute, Dirt Donkey. What is up, fam? Metal yellow, first red. Damn, my comp had to update. Missed the past few minutes. Sup, Donkey? GMB, doing good. Dirt Donkey, damn good to see you in the chat. So yeah, I mean, this was really what I wanted to go over. I wanted to go over that to kind of ease you guys' worries, because I'd be more worried if I was holding gold or silver right now. Technically, I'm not worried, scared, but you know, you'd be happy because you're in the comes next. I also don't like the 24-hour chart. I don't like the weekly chart on gold either, because you just had this technically a little bit of a bear flag kind of move, a drop and then a steep incline. That's whereas if we go back to Bitcoin, this is not the top. Top is not in. Bitcoin's going to still run. Let's pull up the Bitcoin chart real quick. I'm not going to stay on too much longer because I've covered a lot of stuff already. Unless there's coins you guys want me to look at, of course. Let's go to 24-hour. Okay, so you see this pattern here. It's, a drop and then a sharp incline, but look how even they almost are. So it's not as dramatic as that. Let's look at the weekly. Is that a head and shoulders? Not really. Yeah, I guess you could draw a neckline here. No. Well, I was saying, because this is the 117 level, you guys. This is the monthly chart. It does follow my rule of taking it from the bottom of the move to the top and then drawing your halfway line. Where's your halfway line is right at 117. And back here, you have support at 117. and then, you know, just under 117 back here, 116. You might as well call that 117. So you've got a lot of potential to go back to 117. But again, we're at 121, 120. Hey, am I going to sit around on the sidelines going, well, it has to go back to 117 right now, otherwise it's not bullish? No. And you also see this beautiful structure right here. This is doing the bleacher bull. If you've ever seen the bull runs where the bulls jump out of the pit when they're trying to kill them and they jump up the bleachers, this is what this is. And when Bitcoin starts making that hunched over freaking thing, you better watch out, man, because the next thing it does it again. It does this and it does it again. I've seen that back in 2020. I've seen it in 2021. It's a very recognizable pattern for me. I've traded it many times. Like I said, I'm long right now. I have 2 longs open and I'm not closing them. But you do what you do. You guys do what you want on your trading. Me personally, I know I'm in the weird category that's just super bull right now, but yeah, freaking what you call it? I think it was one of the exchanges, crypto.com or Gemini, or one of them was doing a survey when you open the app, and it said Bitcoin will be above 125,000 at the end of October. Bitcoin will be below 125,000. And then the next one was Bitcoin will be at all-time highs at the end of October. And I selected Bitcoin will be at all-time highs by the end of October. And it told me what percentage of people I'm in. And it said I was in the 1%, which tells me a couple things. Number one, I'm either really super duper wrong, or I'm just crazy enough to make a bold call and I'm going to stick to it like I did with Ethereum in 2020. And I may end up being correct. But I will say this. There's too many similarities to 2020 to what I'm feeling right now. And I don't think that this run is over at all. I still don't. There's no freaking way. I thought we were going to 100,000 in 2020, and we didn't. We went to 69. So, you know, I wasn't right about my call, my price target. My price target now is still 275,000 by the euphoric top, and I have not changed that yet. I'm not going to change it, but interested to see what you guys are calling for the top. Is the top in? If not, where's it going? Curious in the chat if you guys want to put your top numbers. Yeah, GMB says each run is different. I agree. Wes made a good point about the timing of the 4-year cycles when the top always comes in. And it's true to an extent, but you got to remember 2021, you know, you had this interesting thing here. You know, from 2020, you had this double top, you know, 2021 in March, but then look again what happened. You know, you went all the way to November and you were at 65. So this sucked. I believe this was the FTX crash right here, I think. Or was it right here? Maybe it was right here. Maybe this was FTX. But either way, you know, if you that's a 1-year period from 2020 in August to let's go to August, September, August is right here. 2021. So you're at 40,000. So even in that kind of a run, though, I mean, if you were here and you were at 11,000, that still went, you know, even if you missed the top here and fumbled it and you came down, then you bought back in or whatever, you know, let's say, or you didn't buy back in, let's just say you sold at 40, then you still had some 3-4x on your Bitcoin, which is a tremendous amount on your altcoins. So I don't think we get an October, November, December, and then the top's in, right? I don't think we get that. I don't see January, February. That's it. Hang it up. You know, what I see is the bear market. That's just what I'm looking at. And I feel like that can run higher for longer. Not a super cycle, but higher for longer with a dip in the middle. But this one feels like it's going longer. I hear you, GMB. And GMB's been in longer than me and Wes. I mean, he's seen, if you were here in 2017, God bless you. You've been in crypto that long. You've seen some shit, man. That's like talking to a Vietnam vet, bro. I remember 8 years. I mean, 8 years in crypto is a long time. Freaking 1 year in crypto is a long time. Shit. You guys got any other coins you want me to look at? Let me know. Ooh, that's bright. So bright. Blind you. BitConnect. Isn't that a BitConnect? Isn't that a trading platform? Massive breakout for it's BitConnect. And BitConnect is a trading platform, no? They gotta have a freaking. Or were you saying that are you saying that was the old school? Let's see, BitConnect. It's the one that's verified. I'm guessing the rest of those are all scams. Holy crap, this one's only got 51 followers. I'd be careful with that too. this guy. All right, don't follow what I'm doing right now, guys. I'm not being smart. Scam back in the day. Oh my God. Okay. OG's gonna remember that one. Was a Bitcoin lending platform. Scam back in the day. I was gonna say it looks scammy as hell with all those things coming up. Replying to Sierra Crypto and Stuff.io. Just keep making music. Oh, thank you. This is the founder of Stuff.io. I guess he was tuning in or he saw the post, one of the two. Just keep making music. We're going to continue to make music, and we will continue to use your platform, sir. One hell of a platform, by the way. And like I said, you guys go over on X, give them a follow. Co-founder of Book.io and Stuff.io. This is I don't know how. Oh, it's logged in under Crypto Remora. So I guess I did that to follow the more recent one, but they're the founder of the same one. I think they had a name change technically, but this is the web address I use for the music NFTs. So yeah. So pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. And he even made a tweet for your boy here. So very cool. Minting in 15 minutes, only 100 singles. It's all over. Music single by Area 51. And if you guys get a second, you're tuning in, Dirt Donkey, you guys, if you have not already followed Area 51, please go over and give us some follows. We need some more followers on X. We're trying to be one of the early bands to do it. And we're still active. We just played Bike Week. We just did 2 gigs. And we're going to Charleston this summer. Just talked to the radio station DJ, actually, the one that played this song on the radio in Charleston. And he's going to get us some more dates. So we're an active band. We're not in the shadows or nothing like that. So definitely give us a follow over there if you have not already. What's his name again? I'll pull him up. I think it's Ben. Let me make sure. I think it's Ben McIllen, right? No, Illian. Ben Illian. $1 billion at 1 billion. There you go. And they do burn these tokens, by the way. I just love the tweet he put out. It says, minting a music single today. So far, about 42 units have sold at about $3. It would take about 36,000 streams on Spotify to make the same amount of money. So on the first day of minting, it's equivalent to 36,000 streams financially. Is it the same as having 36,000 people stream your song? I don't know. Nor do I care, to be honest with you, because a lot of that stuff is bought and paid for and measured in, advertising dollars and, your label and your, your promoter, you know, and the record labels, and you know, there's a lot of BS in the music industry, y'all. So really, this is coming from someone who plays out. I play the bar circuit, I play the local circuit, I play the regional circuit, and we're doing some touring and stuff now too, and you know, up and down the East Coast. Nothing too crazy, but hopefully going to do some other stuff a little bit bigger here in the near future. But my point is, you know, if you're a real musician, you're in the game, you're in it, and you're writing your own music and you're doing stuff, this is by far the way to go. I mean, I wouldn't even waste my time. I don't even like Spotify. I don't even like SoundCloud, bro. If my friends send me a song on SoundCloud and I click on it, then SoundCloud's like, register your account before you can listen. I'm like, screw this. You know, it's already complicated. Like, the whole point of Napster was because I think there was so much pent up just whatever that Napster was like, screw it, make it free. And I don't think the Napster trend has ever broken. And the reason it hasn't broken is because the music business is so greedy and takes so much money from the artists that the artists are just like, screw it, I might as well give my music for free. I ain't making a dime off of it anyway. So being a musician, you say, hell with it. I'm not going to make any money. So I might as well just play shows, or I might as well get, you know, fans. So I just give my music away for free. Well, that's what even my thought was at this point. I'm like, well, I don't like the streaming platforms because they're going to take all my money. So, but I don't want to give my music away free. But at the same time, I need to reach people. This is a no-brainer, dude. For me, this was a no-brainer move, business-wise and other. For personal reasons and for business reasons, this is a no freaking brainer. I've been waiting for a platform like this. And congratulations for them for doing it, because they are going up against a massive undertaking. But like I said, the team is phenomenal. And the customer service, you guys know how I am about my customer service. You know how I am. I do not play. If someone has bad customer service, I'm gone. These guys, their service itself was great, and the customer service. Any question I had, they answered. They got back to me in 2 minutes. They freaking send you multiple emails. I mean, multiple emails. Hey, is this right? Does this look good? And I'm like, yeah, it looks great. Thank you. Please just go ahead. Just send it, man. Go send it. And they were like, all right, we can mint it, you know, in 2 weeks, or we can mint it tomorrow if you're ready. And I was like, yeah, do it tomorrow. And they had it in 24 hours, minted. The money was already put in the account the next day after they were sold. I mean, I checked my wallet. It was already in there. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, very, very cool, man. Hunter, Crypto Jeb, I posted and posted defense God and limits the advancement of the gospel of Jesus Christ in any way, shape, or form. Jesus Christ, Lord. Go ahead and like that. I hope you guys don't get mad at me over that. I'm going to like that anyway. I said this image is worth 1,000 words. The Bitcoin Cafe. Yeah, she's doing some stuff over there. You guys, I mean, if your timeline is not full of crypto stuff and it's full of a bunch of BS, be careful. I have all crypto stuff for the most part. There's your Hosky. Today we cook a shred over there. Give my boy some love. Arbitrum everywhere. He's a skier. I didn't know you could ski, Hunter. Oh, that ain't Hunter right there, though, is it? How about that, y'all? Would you guys go down that? That's pretty up there. I've gone down Black Diamond trails before, but that's a little high up for me. I think that's the height of that mountain just looks a little scary for me. Hyper swap. I think I've actually used this. You realize there's no plan B. Yeah, guys, I don't want to stay on for much longer and bore you to death. Like I said, I've told you where I'm at with stuff. I told you where I think Bitcoin's going. Dirt Donkey gave him a follow. Very cool. And get the word out there to other brother musicians for real. Because, man, what a game changer. There's so many Area 51s. Yeah, you know what? And I want to talk about that. We were I don't want to say we were the first Dirt Donkey, but we've been shadow banned on YouTube because We have had ours. It's hard to find us on there. Even like they wouldn't let me take the name Area 51 even back in the day, even when nobody had it. The government, I think has a block on it or some shit. But you can see when this was created, this channel has been here for, I mean, look at this shit. 2013, we've been here. And we've not stopped. I mean, we've updated the channel and stuff like that. But I mean, 2013 and it's 2025. It's like, you mean to tell me there's really only that many people that have viewed it and subscribed? It's not possible. I've got 800 followers on my Facebook, and that, you know, Facebook's another thing that's kind of crazy. But I mean, our content is a little controversial, if you know what I'm saying. We get a little radical. So, you know, it's believable that we could be shadow banned. It's not any doubt at all. We talk about crazy shit that most people don't want to talk about. So hence the name Area 51. You know, you're not supposed to go there. You know, if you fly over Area 51, they'll shoot your plane down. It's restricted airspace. You're not allowed to talk about it. You're not allowed to go there. You know, that's kind of what we are musically. We kind of talk about things that most people won't. And for those reasons, I'm almost certain we've been shadow banned. Which is why we don't have as many subs as we should. But again, relying on the typical business model of, you know, Web 2, I'm done with it, dude. I'm done. I'm paving a new way, and I'm using crypto to do it. And he's saying, just keep making music. We're going to keep making music. And we need you to keep doing what you do over there, because what you're doing is the other stuff that we can't do. So those guys, it's guys and girls, they have, a lot of girls that work there too. Those guys and girls over at stuff.io, you guys keep doing what you're doing. You girls keep doing what you're doing, because y'all are the real heroes in this, for real. I don't know why that's not already on. That should be on. But this is what the page looks like, guys. Yeah, follow Area 51. Hosky going to 0. What are you talking about, GMB? I know you're playing, right? You're playing on that. I know you're not for real on that. I know you're bullshitting on that. I'm going to type it in anyway, just to see what you're talking about. You're just joking about that, right? 93,000 followers. I don't think it's going to 0. 0 value. Okay. Put it right in the headline. 0 value. Hosky rug pulls. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. I think I thought I had some in my wallet. Oh, that's the inside joke. Gotcha. That's what I was gonna say. I know you're bullshitting. It's going to 0, bro. Yeah, I didn't even want to bring up that with the discussion with that guy Matt on Facebook, because I didn't want to get into it, but I was almost gonna say it. Like, I bet you're one of them non-believers in Bitcoin too. You think Bitcoin and cryptos are just a scam completely. But I don't want to be rude. But I will say this stuff. I would like to see you link up with my boys over on Arbitrum. I'm just going to put that out there. Arbitrum is where my people are. That's where my fam is. I will continue to use Cardano because of it, because of stuff.io. And I don't dislike Cardano. I like what they're doing. And I do hold a couple other meme coins on Cardano as well. But it said you guys might be doing some cross-chain stuff. Just throwing it out there. Be nice to see you. Come over and join Arbitrum, or, you know, plug into our Arbitrum fam, because I can help push you over there big time too. I got a lot of people over there. A lot of good people in Arbitrum. But yeah, the stuff.io, when you're minting and doing your stuff on the creator portal, it does say which blockchain do you want to use. And video, I got hyped for this, dude. Are these already minting? Are the videos minting? Because I thought you couldn't do video yet. Bro, can you do video now? All right, y'all, I'm about to shut the stream down, for real. I'm going to shut the stream down because I'm going to mint a video tonight. I'm going to mint Area 51's video. If you can mint videos right now, if they're minting right now, I'm going to be pissed, because I didn't know about this. You got to be kidding me. Is it ready? It doesn't say ready soon. It looks like it's ready now. Reefer Madness. Reefer Madness. PG. Buy. Play video. What the fuck? All right, y'all. I got to get off here. I'm sorry. I got to get off here. I got to mint my music video for the band. I didn't finish even minting out It's All Over, but we have a music video, and I want to mint it. This is ready. I didn't know it was ready. See, they work so fast, you don't even know. All right, I got homework, y'all. All right, that's fine. Okay. Got to go through them. You can't go through the creator portal for that. He said, LOL, you got to publish. Wait a minute. What are you saying, GMB? Hold on. Siri said he's got hitters. I don't know about hitters, but I mean, we work really hard, man. And, you know, I did record this one myself, and I did the video myself for our band on this one, Armageddon. But I'm proud of it. I think it sounds really good. And the guys played their asses off on it. We took our time writing it. We tried to make the recording as best we can. We're probably going to end up going back into a couple of studios. We have a couple guys we work with locally. So for newer stuff, we probably will end up going back in the studio. But every now and then, I like to capture the magic myself and just record at our home studios. And this one turned out really good, really cool. It's got its own sound too. You got to publish them through them. Nah, you got to go through them. You can't go through the creator portal for that. So what does that mean? You're saying you got to go through them. Is there? See, I know with video, there's all these kind of weird licensing laws and shit. I own the rights to all my stuff though. Because I have all royalty free stuff. So I own the rights to all my video. I'm gonna have to figure that out though, GMB, because I wanna put that out. But yeah, I know that when you get into music video and movies and TV, there's like licensing, and you have to like pay these weird license fees to, even if it's a video you created. It's just crazy. Well, he's not wrong about this. So yeah, thank you guys that are tuning in right now. I know it's kind of boring. I like how you want to do a document. You got to email them directly. Oh, I will. They'll get back to me too. They're very good about that. Guys, just hold on, man. Be patient. That's the best I got for you tonight. I mean, I wish I could give you some more technical analysis. I wish I could give you more proof why Bitcoin's going up. I think that gold chart I showed you earlier is more than enough proof. Gold runs and then Bitcoin follows. You know, silver and gold are at all-time freaking highs. The next thing is for Bitcoin to continue this run. I mean, the volume is picking. It's not picking up. I mean, it's still cruising. Market cap is in this descending broadening of 4.250 really. And you're just consolidating sideways at $120,000 Bitcoin. I mean, 3 years ago, this thing was worth $3,000, you know? So I'm not going to beg you to be bullish. I'm just going to present you with why I'm bullish, and take your own investment strategies as you will. Do your own research, DYOR, and figure out why you would be short Bitcoin right now or why you would not be bullish. And I don't understand it. I wouldn't agree with it. I would say be bullish, be very bullish. And these alts, you know, if you feel like you missed Bitcoin, you didn't miss it. You can always get into Bitcoin. But these alts are juicy right now still, man. I mean, $220 Solana is cheap. All-time highs were like $250 or something. You're still buying it below all-time highs. So Solana is not overpriced right now. It's a little painful to see it, you know, at that price, like, because I saw it at $8 and I was drooling. I wanted to buy and I couldn't when it was at $8, and I was like, shit, I want to buy right now. And I just couldn't. Life was not allowing me to at that point, but life was lifing. But even at $221, I don't think you've missed a boat on Solana. Damn sure haven't missed a boat on Cardano. Like what Cardano's doing. Cardano stays in the top 10. It moves around between 5 and 11 sometimes, but it stays generally around this area. But it's not bad to see Cardano pop out of the top 10 for a little bit. You know, even if you see it come down here a little bit, because you guys have to remember, if you're a noob in crypto, okay, aside from Bitcoin, okay, excluding Bitcoin, from this coin down, if you could draw a chart, you would write the word safest up here at the top, and at the very bottom of this list, which is like 20,000 coins later, I would write safest up here and then riskiest down here. But then also, which means up here was safest, means less money that you can make, and then at the bottom would mean more money that you can make, but also more money that you can lose. And up top, likewise, it would be less money that you can lose. So you have to adjust your risk to reward ratio. And that's where learning about market cap and those kind of things are very crucial when you're doing this. When you get into crypto, if you don't know where to buy a coin and you don't know what market cap is, study those two things first. Understand them, get the knowledge of what those two things are, how to buy crypto, how to use crypto, how to send it, all that stuff. Get a wallet, learn how to use that. That's your first step. Second step is to understand market cap, which is this number right here. Understand what that means. And also understand that the higher a market cap is, the harder it is for the price to double. So the easiest way I do this, and this is for my noobs, if you have a market cap over here, the easiest way I can do this, because I'm not good at math, I would explain it this way. If you want this number, which is the price, this is what matters. If you're just getting into crypto, learn this. The price and the market cap. Okay. So what this means is if you want this number to double, that means this number has to double. What do I mean? Well, 121,008 doubled would be 242, 243-ish, $243,000. If you want this price to go to 243,000, which is close to what I'm calling for 275, then that means this number has to double, which is basically I'm betting that this 2 will turn into a 4. Now, when you scroll way down and go to another coin, let's look at this one way down the list. Remember I said safest and riskiest, but there's more money to be made? Pudgy Penguins. This number is 3 cents. This number is much lower than Bitcoin. This is at $1,908,967,757. And you can say, well, that's a lot. $1 billion is a lot. But in the investment game, $1 billion ain't. It's barely a unicorn, I believe, is what they call it when you hit $1 billion, right? Is that 100 billion? I can't remember, but it's not as much as it sounds, guys. But in other words, for this number to double, this number has to double. So only $1 billion has to come into this coin for this to go to 6 cents, which is a complete double. So this is why the lower cap, this is what they say, low cap. This is what they're talking about, market cap. Lower market cap means that this amount of money is easier to come in because it's easier for 2 billion. Let's just call it 2 billion. It's easier for $2 billion to walk into a room, much easier than it is for, $4 trillion to walk into a room and put that cash on the table. So when people say, XRP, and this is just education, guys, there's no hate on XRP. All my friends are XRP army. Okay. So don't get this twisted. But for XRP to go to $4 or whatever that doubled is, would be around $5. And I do think XRP goes to $5. Okay, so don't get it twisted. But in order for it to go to $5, this is how much money has to double. So $168 billion. So let's just say $170 billion has to walk into the room and be put on the table for this number to go to $4 or $5. So in order to double your investment here, you need $170 billion to walk in and throw itself on the table. Whereas if you're down here, you're way down here, right? To go from 3 cents to 6 cents, which it doesn't matter about the price, right? Because $1,000 invested in Pudgy and $1,000 invested in XRP is the same $1,000. So it doesn't matter what the price is. You have to understand that concept first before you invest in crypto. Learn that. That is the most important thing. Okay. So 3 cents to get to 6 cents, you need $2 billion instead of 178 billion. So I'm not saying Pudgy is a better product than XRP. What I'm saying is it's riskier technically because it's a lower cap coin, but it's easier for it to double because there's less money in it. And they'll say, well, what about Bitcoin then? Bitcoin's the worst investment because it's the highest market cap, but it's also the safest and it's the first mover advantage, and it does something that nothing else does. XRP doesn't do what Bitcoin does. Pudgy doesn't do what Bitcoin does. And even if they could do what it does, they don't have the first mover advantage, and they won't ever have first mover advantage. So that's it. That's my lesson for tonight for the noobs. Guys, my throat's starting to hurt a little bit because I'm talking too much. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new. We try to give you a little bit of how-to videos and teach you guys stuff, but yeah, definitely hit like, subscribe, and all that good Nikes. Hopefully next week we are going to have our boy back. I'm hoping on it. In the meantime, y'all, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Dirt Donkey, GMB. Y'all stay cool, man. I'll see you on the next one.